What are you doing?
I, I was shooting.
Didn't you say you wanted to work on productive drills and stuff today?
Did I do it again? Got too excited?
I think you did.
We don't have that big ammo sponsorship I've been praying for yet, huh?
We sure don't.
Why? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Dawson Castanelli, D. Nelly Defense. And if you are somebody who has ever gone to the range with full intentions on working on a specific skill set, but when you got there, you got too excited, you blew through all your ammo, and then reality sank in that you're not a world champion shooter that has a big ammo sponsorship and you have to pay for it all yourself, well, then this video is for you. So, I'm going to give a couple tips that I use to get the most out of my range day, right? One of the things that I like to do is build a curriculum for my range day with the amount of ammo that I have. Depending on your skill set, this is going to change a little bit, right? If you are a new shooter, but you see somebody doing videos, running and gunning and super fast reloads, and you want to try that out, but you can't hit the broadside of a barn at 2 yards, well, you've got other things to worry about first, right? For you, you're going to want to work on your grip, your stance, natural point of aim, getting a good sight picture, right? Being on target and really being able to handle that recoil management before you move on to the next step. Do not lie to yourself, right? It's about taking baby steps. We don't want to run before we walk here. We want to build up slowly and isolate and emphasize certain skill sets as we're going that later can become second nature to us. So I was watching a video a while back, Milspec Mojo video, which if you haven't watched his videos, you should. He is insanely fast, really cool to watch, and there's a lot of good info there. And he was talking to one of his friends that's a cop down in Vegas, and they were talking about isolating skill sets and what you're doing at the range, different drills that do that. And then there's people that say that in the real life situation, you're not going to just be isolating skill sets, you're going to have to do everything all together. Well, one of the things that his friend had said is that you're not going to see a football player run through tires on game day, but you will in practice. Why? Because they are isolating certain skill sets that later down the road on game day, they can bring everything together in a whole and really be able to get the most out of their game day. So it's extremely important to do so. And I thought that was a really cool thing and a cool analogy that it went over, right? So one of the things that we do want to do is isolate those skill sets. Once that becomes second nature to you, once that's something that you don't have to think about, move on to the next thing. And I'm not saying don't use everything as a whole in your practices once you get something down. You just don't have to put as much emphasis on it, right? So a second thing to do is bring a video camera, or everybody has a phone that they can video on, and you could do slow motion, whatever, set it up. And in your curriculum, you could say, okay, I want to take my first 5-10 shots, whatever it is, and I'm going to do a slow-mo video. And then I'm going to go back and study it before I take any more shots to see what I did good with my recoil management, what I could do better, what needs to be fixed. You can write in, hey, I want to do this many dry fire practices after that before I shoot anymore to try to fix those issues, and then video yourself again to see if you've improved. A third thing that you could do is get a shot timer, right? Something that's going to tell you your speed. And then if you use a shot timer along with the video, you could see where any of your inefficiencies are or efficiencies and really work towards a goal that you're trying to achieve and see where you're at, right? There's no lying when you see yourself on a videotape, you're like, oh man, I could have done a lot better with that. But guys, these are just a few tips that will really help you get the most out of your range day and have a very purposeful day when you go there. One of the things I also want to add to this is, guys, I just reached 100 subscribers just recently, and now we're a little over 100 subscribers, but I wanted to say thank you, guys. I know that sounds really tiny in the grand scheme of YouTube, and yes, it might be, but for me, it's a very big deal, right? I set out with this goal, more of a hobby, to help as many people as I could. If I could just help one person, give one person one single tip that help them somewhere in their self-defense or Second Amendment journey, then I was doing something good. So hopefully now that I have over 100 subscribers, that means that I've been able to help over 100 people, hopefully. And maybe I've helped more than that and you haven't subscribed. And if that's the case, shame on you. I just kidding. Anyways, but if you haven't, guys, please consider subscribing. And if you think I deserve it. And thank you guys for watching. Remember, don't be caught off guard. Train for the unexpected. Get the most out of your range day. And I will see you next time.